Hello everyone, this is Matt and you're watching Expat Life Korea. Sorry for the week off, I've been pretty busy in my life. I'm probably not going to be able to make a video every week like I originally thought I would be, but I'm going to work my hardest to do it as much as possible. Today we're going to be talking about celebrities in Korea and how they're kind of the gods or goddesses of the society here. I know it's like that in the West as well, and celebrities certainly do have a big impact there. But the impact that celebrities have on the society here is a lot bigger than the West. It might seem like a topic that's not very interesting to some people, but I promise if you stick around, you'll probably learn some new and exciting things that you weren't expecting. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that a lot of celebrities here aren't allowed to date. They're not allowed to be in relationships. I think they're trying to maximize their appeal or their attraction. So what the companies think is if the celebrities are single, then that kind of increases people's chances or their fantasy of maybe getting in a relationship with their favorite celebrity. You might not think that this is taken very seriously. It doesn't mean that every celebrity follows that. A lot of them do end up dating, but this also does lead to punishment as well. So recently there were two celebrities that were quite big. Their names are Hyuna is one of them. She's a very famous K-pop star, kind of as big as Britney Spears was many years ago. And she was caught dating some other big celebrity. Both of them ended up getting fired from their companies just for being in a relationship. As you can see, it's a little different. Like I think in the West, if two celebrities end up dating each other, they might be happy that they found their true love. I know there's a lot of dream couples in Hollywood and stuff like that. But here, if they got caught in a relationship, it kind of eliminates that fantasy that people will be able to eventually date their favorite celebrity. That's what prevents it from happening, and that's why these two got fired. So before I go any further, I just want to make sure everyone knows that these are just observations that I've either heard from my Korean friends here, or just kind of not so much rumors, but just things that I've heard in my everyday life. This video isn't necessarily like a super serious video about me exposing some new information. Most people know this who live here, but this information is not super easy to find on places like Google and stuff like that if you do your research. That's kind of why I thought this topic was interesting. So the next point I want to bring up is the fact that a lot of celebrities here, if they're caught kind of committing crimes or drunk driving or kind of doing drugs or something like that, their sentences are actually reduced. So this isn't the case for everyone. A lot of celebrities in the past have gotten kind of lighter charges than maybe the average person would get for committing crimes. And in some cases, almost no charges at all. There's this celebrity named G-Dragon who's a part of a big pop group here. And he was arrested in 2011. He smoked marijuana at some party in Japan, and he got caught for that. What he said was he thought he was smoking a cigarette at a party, and he was so intoxicated that he had no idea he was high. It honestly sounds like a load of shit to me. But no, the police fully believed him. And if that was the case for just an everyday civilian, I don't think they'd be let off a huge charge like that, because even just possession or smoking marijuana is a huge offense here in Korea. It's fully criminal and you can go to jail for it. So that's another thing. If you're planning on moving to Korea and you enjoy smoking marijuana, you might not want to do that here because you can get in big trouble for that. So another thing that's, this is kind of just a personal observation that I've had. When you're just kind of riding the subway or a bus or walking on the street, I noticed that a lot of people gossip about celebrities here. And of course, this is something that happens everywhere, but it's just the frequency that I hear it on the streets here is a lot more than I do in the West. And this is something I've talked to my wife a lot about. She works at an office with a bunch of people in their, let's say late 20s or 30s. And it's quite common for people to just talk about celebrities in their everyday life. It's kind of like a small talk thing here. So instead of talking about the weather and like politics or maybe the sports game or something, it's quite common to hear like full-grown adults talking about little gossip things like two celebrities being caught at a cafe together. Gossip definitely goes a long way in terms of the general society of all ages in Korea when it comes to celebrities. The next one I'm going to talk about is trends. And this one is something that everyone who's been to Korea or lives in Korea knows about already for sure. Like, trends here are huge. It's you can't even compare it. In the West, you just get a lot of people who have kind of an individual mindset, but instead here you get a lot more people that want to be the same. They want to look the same, do the same things, watch the same movies, watch the same shows and all of that stuff. And they don't have as much of a drive to express their individuality. So some huge trends that I've seen here, and these were all started by celebrities apparently. It's very hard to find like exact evidence about this, but last year there was a big one where everyone had these long jackets, long padding jackets in the winter. What I heard happened, and I'm not sure this is true, is I heard that they were filming like a TV show and one of the actors was just kind of warming up on the side. There was either a picture or someone saw them in these long jackets and they thought they looked really cool. So they just started selling, like everywhere was sold out of them last year. If you're walking down like the street, maybe let's say during like a 2-minute walk or something, you'd probably see about 20 people wearing these, no problem. So almost 50% of the people you see on the streets, at least in the younger age groups, had these jackets on. And this is all started by a celebrity. So that's just the amount of power that celebrity branding has here. So when we're talking about advertising too, every brand, a lot of them have like one celebrity or one pop group or something to advertise for them. This advertising is huge. Like, you'll have one celebrity on the side of a bottle of alcohol or something, and you'll see her everywhere, like on every single advertisement for that alcohol brand and on every single label. It seems like you can't walk anywhere without seeing some kind of celebrity advertising. Even if the celebrity is completely irrelevant to the product, it's just because the celebrities have such a big influence here. And the people have a very different mindset than they did back in my hometown, at least. Let's say if someone was really talented and they just started advertising for everybody, people would probably eventually, if they did this too much, just start saying like, oh, this person literally sold their soul. This kind of mindset doesn't exist here in the same way. I think if celebrities promote a lot of different brands, instead of saying like, oh, there's this system that's trying to get us to buy these clothes, so maybe we shouldn't like buy into this. People just say like, oh, she's so pretty, like she's so successful, this is great for him or great for her. Just a completely different mindset about stuff like that. Oh, another thing that's really big here is with restaurants. So let's say you have a restaurant that appears on TV and there's some big time celebrities that are eating the food there and saying how good it is. You'll have a restaurant that goes from having no customers, then it appears on TV, and within the next week it'll probably have a lineup every single day, and outside the restaurant there will be like a sign saying, oh, this restaurant has appeared on TV. There will be like pictures from that episode just showing the celebrities that have eaten there and stuff. I know that this also happens in the West, but it's not to this scale. So when you, like, let's say you go online to research a restaurant in a certain area, there's a certain type of restaurant here just called like a TV 맛집. Seeing as that's one of the categories in Korea's version of Google Maps, you can kind of see the influence that TV and celebrities have had on marketing here. So another thing, I was talking with my wife recently, and this is one thing that I thought was kind of interesting, but recently a celebrity bought an apartment complex here, or maybe just one of the buildings in the complex, and because the apartment complex was bought by a celebrity, the prices of all of the condos, of the apartments inside of it went up. Since a celebrity owns the building, people really want to move there just to say like, oh, my building owner is so-and-so, some movie actor. That's something that I've definitely never heard in my life before until I came here, and that's actually why I started this video, because it was kind of an interesting topic that I'd never thought about before. I didn't even think it was possible for a situation like that to happen. Me and my wife were just having a normal conversation about kind of the influence that celebrities have here, and she told me that story, and I thought that was really interesting. And it's so new and something that I'd never heard before. Yeah, so I think that about does it for this video. I just wanted to make something interesting and not too serious. Just something that maybe a lot of people don't know because there's not actually that much information out there about it. So yeah, just let me know what celebrities are like in your country. If any of the things you heard in this video sound familiar to you, or they're like completely unexpected, they're kind of funny to you, just let me know in the comments down below. And remember to like, subscribe, and comment if you want us to film about any topics in Korea, because we want to create informational content more than just kind of show off our lives here. Just let us know and we'll try to film it as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.